This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
The fiancé of former Warden woman Kelsey Barrett, missing since Thanksgiving, was arrested Friday and charged with murder. Just in time for the holidays, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Moses Lake handed over the keys to a brand new home on Thursday.
In Jimmy Stewart's 1946 holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life, it's said that every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings.
All these dogs would love to come home with you, but some might have a little trouble fitting in.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
The fiancé of former Warden woman Kelsey Barrett, missing since Thanksgiving, was arrested Friday and charged with murder. Patrick Frazee, allegedly the last person to see 29-year-old Barrett, was arrested at his home and cattle ranch in Colorado.
Patrick Frazee was taken into custody this morning in Florissant, Colorado, just after 7 o'clock this morning, Mountain Standard Time, by members of the Multi-Jurisdictional Task Force, including the Teller County Sheriff's Office and the FBI. Kelsey's daughter, Kaylee, is in protective custody and will be reunited with Kelsey's family. I cannot stress enough that this is a difficult time for Kelsey's family. While we have not found Kelsey at this time, information has been developed that is helping to narrow down our search.
Friday's arrest came after police urged Frazee to speak directly with investigators and after a search of his High Country Ranch property, as well as Barrett's own townhome. Barrett, who grew up in Grant County, was last seen in a grocery store near her home in Woodland Park, Colorado. Surveillance video shows her entering the store on Thanksgiving Day with the couple's 1-year-old daughter. Frazee had told police that the couple met sometime that afternoon so he could pick up the child. Police said the only signs of Barrett were some text messages from her cell phone. Location data later suggested that by November 25th, the phone was in Idaho, 800 miles from Barrett's home. Frazee's attorney had said his client was cooperating with the investigation, and Frazee provided police with DNA samples and access to his cell phone. Frazee told police that Barrett last texted him on November 25th, the Sunday after Thanksgiving. A police investigation was opened December 2nd after Barrett's mother asked for a welfare check. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Just in time for the holidays, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Moses Lake handed over the keys to a brand new home on Thursday. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held at the home that was under construction since July. Madison Jennings and her 2 kids will soon move in after months of hard work by Habitat for Humanity volunteers and many hours from Madison herself.
Well, it's kind of wrapping up a really long, exciting process. It's been a lot of hard work. Spent the whole summer out here in the fall putting things together. So it's really exciting to have the certificate of occupancy and to know that the move-in date is super close. So it's been really exciting.
Habitat homes are sold to the partner families at no profit with a low-interest mortgage. Homeowners must meet several qualifications, including income restrictions and about 450 hours of sweat equity into the building of their home.
We should be in right after the first of the new year, hopefully sooner. So it's nice that it's really close to the holiday season and everything.
Are the kids excited?
Yes, oh my gosh. They're excited to have their own rooms and their own beds and a nice big backyard, so.
Habitat for Humanity of Greater Moses Lake completed its first home in 1998 and builds a new home about every 3 years. The Jennings home is the 14th completed in the Moses Lake area. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
In Jimmy Stewart's 1946 holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life, it's said that every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings. And it used to be that more often than not, when that same sound was heard echoing outside the entrances of retailers throughout the Wenatchee Valley at Christmas time, it meant that many people would be reaching into their pockets to offer up a little spare change for the donation kettles of the Salvation Army. Sadly, however, that hasn't been the case in 2018.
We're down, and that's not a good thing. We are, as of this morning, we are $8,200 down, and I'm just not sure what is causing this.
Major Ralph Jimenez with the Wenatchee Salvation Army says he doesn't know why the community has proven less generous this year as opposed to last, but told iFIBER 1 News that a fluctuating stock market and a higher percentage of holiday shoppers moving online to make their purchases are each thought to have had a potential impact. Salvation Army bell ringer George Tudhope thinks the decline in contributions is due to a lack of generational awareness about the organization.
It's a little slower every year. You know, as the generations get older, people forget what's all the wonderful stuff they've done, like in World War II, taking coffee to the troops in France and all that. So, every year less people remember.
Regardless of the reason for the downturn, the fact remains that this year's community proceeds from the Salvation Army bell ringing campaign are looking quite grim, and Jimenez says if that doesn't change in a hurry, the money raised will not be stretching nearly as far for those in need next year as a result.
Besides for the holidays, that helps us get through maybe 6 to 7 months out of the year, because this is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Of course, we've all heard the countless examples of philanthropic mathematics designed to make us think about giving before, but the reality in numbers remains undeniable. If every person living in the Wenatchee metropolitan area found a kettle and dropped in just 7 cents, the Salvation Army would easily meet their goal for the 2018 season. So now, my friends, it's all up to you, and you have until Sunday to find one and literally make some collective change for the better. Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
All these dogs would love to come home with you, but some might have a little trouble fitting in. That's why the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society has adopted a new behavioral program to help those troubled dogs become more adoptable and find a home as soon as possible.
So there's 2 different tracks of the program, and one is called the Top Dog, and the other one is Canine Good Citizen.
Every dog that's placed with the Wenatchee shelter gets evaluated for behavioral issues. If they have trouble adapting to people or other dogs, they'll enter one of these 2 tracks.
They go through this whole series of little tests, like accepting a friendly stranger, accepting grooming and handling by a stranger, going out for a walk on a loose leash, things like that. They pass all this, they get their Canine Good Citizen certificate.
The Total Obedience Program, or Top Dog, is the more advanced of the 2.
We treat them a little bit differently, and it's all individual because every dog is individual, just like we're individual humans.
Individual humans who adopt a dog through one of these programs get a chance to work with Humane Society handlers, who can show them all the animal's capabilities and give them personalized training tips. The training can take months, but it also has its rewards.
Bart was one not too long ago. He had been here about 5 or 6 months, and he came in and we were thinking, oh my gosh, we don't know what we're going to do with this dog. But we just kept at it, the staff kept at it, and just doing the routines over and over again. And yes, he was adopted.
The Humane Society just got staff training for these programs in 2018, and a new program with the ASPCA will certify handlers for more advanced canine behavioral care starting next year. Sorry though, so far there's no such program for cats. Or guinea pigs. Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.